Hey guys, it's Jenny Silver, and today I want to talk to those of you in the state of California who are having a difficult time reaching EDD customer service. If you cannot call in to EDD customer service, if you cannot get through, if your call is continuously dropped, I want to compile for you all of my phone tips into one video. Now, I have released these phone tips in separate videos. I have about 4 different videos that share these tips and suggestions on how to get a hold of the EDD or what to do when you can't get through. But because this is a question that is posted on my channel videos in honesty about every 30 seconds, I wanted to create for you one compilation video that goes through all of them. If you have seen the individual videos before, then there's nothing new in this video. This is simply a compilation of all of the phone tricks and suggestions so that those who are still searching for these answers and solutions are able to find all of the tips in one easy to find location. In the timestamp menu down below, I'm going to note the start times for each specific phone trick or suggestion so you can skip ahead. Keep in mind that these are videos that have already been recorded in the past. What has been most effective for claimants over the last several weeks has been contacting your assembly member. Hey guys, it's Jenny Silver. Today I want to talk to those of you who have California EDD pending payments or pending certifications. If your certifications are pending with the EDD, if you cannot get through on the EDD customer service phone line, if you need more help for other issues on your EDD claims and you are not able to get your issues resolved with EDD customer service, I want to give you guys a thorough walkthrough on how you might be able to get your problems resolved rather quickly with an assembly member. Now, if you watch my channel, you have heard me reference and recommend contacting your assembly member many times. You may have also heard me recommend utilizing Claimyr to contact the EDD because that service does get you to a hold line, or recommend several phone tricks that I share in other videos. I still am recommending those phone tricks, and Claimyr still works and receives positive feedback for getting an EDD hold line. However, in the last several weeks, the California assembly members have been increasing how quickly they are able to help claimants. I wanted to make a standalone video for this, you guys, very quickly today so that you know that while many of you are stuck in pending due to that new quarter wage review or due to the numerous other pending reasons, that contacting your California State Assembly member when you can't get through to the EDD and cannot get your issues resolved has been extremely helpful for many. And over the last couple weeks, my viewers have been reporting a much more rapid assistance wait time. First off, many of you are not aware of what a California Assembly member is, and have been asking me in the comments. The California State Assembly is the lower chamber of the California State Legislature. Alongside the California State Senate, it forms the legislative branch of the California State government, and they work alongside the Governor of California to create laws and establish a state budget. Legislative authority responsibilities of the Assembly include passing bills on public policy matters, setting levels of state spending, raising and lowering taxes, and voting to uphold or override vetoes from the governor. Now, while helping as an EDD claimant liaison is not a part of a typical California State Assembly member's job, during the pandemic, with the volume of problems that we've experienced with the EDD, the California State Assembly members have stepped up in terms of helping their constituents that are experiencing EDD issues. Now, the state of California is broken down into 80 different districts. Each district elects one assembly member. In order to contact your assembly member, you are going to need to go to the following website in order to look up which representative is assigned to your specific district. Go to findyourrep.legislature.ca.gov. The link is also provided in this video description. After typing in your information, you will then be shown exactly which assembly member is assigned to your district. Click on their link and it will take you to their website. Now, because there are 80 different districts and different assembly members assigned to each district, there is going to be a variety of levels of helpfulness amongst each different assembly member. Some assembly members have a very clear way to get help with your EDD claim listed front and center on their website. And some assembly members may not have a clear link in order to get help with EDD listed on their website. If your assembly member doesn't have a link to obtain EDD help, then you're going to locate their contact information. You can find their phone numbers listed oftentimes at the bottom of the website. Alternatively, you can try searching for EDD on the search bar and see if they happen to have any information available. Or most assembly members have a contact button present on their website. And for a list of direct email addresses, you can click on the staff section. Now, once you locate your assembly member's contact information, many claimants are unsure what to say. You can say something similar to, I am an EDD claimant and I cannot reach the EDD for help with my claim. I am having severe financial hardship and would like to see if your office is able to assist me to get help with the following issue. Then go on and very briefly and concisely describe your issue. Because each assembly member's office is different and is handling EDD claimants differently, I want to share with you a few of the screenshots that my viewers have provided of the responses and intake forms sent over by their assembly members. In general, the assembly members' offices are responding with an estimated wait time and some form of intake form in order to gather your information, ask you questions about your claim and the issues you're experiencing, and to get authorization from you in order to talk with EDD about your issues. Now, many are worried because the assembly member's office asks you for your social security number and your EDD customer account number. In order for the EDD to work with the assembly members, the EDD requires them to provide this information. Without this information, the EDD will not communicate with them on your behalf. Now, wait times and efficiency with getting help from an assembly member has improved drastically within the last several weeks. Recently, the California State Legislature has authorized assembly members to hire new staff members, specifically two, in order to handle the flood of requests from California EDD claimants who cannot contact the EDD and cannot fix their issues. Because the assembly members have been authorized to hire new staff members in order to deal with the flood of requests from EDD claimants, things are now seeming to process more quickly when you contact a California assembly member. So while each issue is going to be different, is going to have a different processing time, is going to have ways in which the assembly members can or unfortunately can't help you, I want you guys to understand that this is something that is helping many claimants to get paid quickly and easily. If you are someone who is stuck in pending and it's not a file a new claim issue and not an issue where you simply need to wait until something such as ID verification, something processes, I want you guys to understand that it's extremely helpful for many claimants to contact their assembly member. And lastly, some of you have let me know in the video comments that when you go to search to see who your assembly member is on Find Your Rep, that it unfortunately states that the seat is not occupied and that there is no assembly member for your district. I want you guys to try contacting Lorena Gonzalez's office if you are unable to get any help from your assembly member. For those of you that do not have an assembly member assigned to your district or who can't get help, Lorena Gonzalez's office has been extremely helpful to claimants that call into it regardless of which district they're in. Now, I can't guarantee that they will be able to help you, but based on viewer feedback, Lorena Gonzalez's office seems to be doing an amazing job helping or redirecting claimants that are outside of her district when they contact them. I'm going to leave the link to her staff contact page in the video description down below. The next tip is utilizing a service called Claimyr. You can use my affiliate link to save $5 on this service, which is linked down below. Many claimants, after dialing repeatedly over and over again, are now turning to third-party services, which offer for a fee to call the EDD for you and then call you back once it reaches a hold line. I want to investigate for you today one specific company called Claimyr. If you have been trying to get through to the unemployment phone lines, you most likely have heard this company shared on Reddit, on my own channel, in various blogs, resources, and they were featured recently in the news. There's a service where you pay a flat rate, you enter in your phone number and your state, and then their service will call you back when they have an EDD hold line ready for you. It allows you to get through to a hold line to get help with your claim without having to redial over and over again. If it's disconnected for any way, then one big benefit of using Claimyr is that it will provide you with free callbacks for the next 24 hours. So if your call is dropped for any reason, such as being transferred over to Tier 2 and having the call disconnected, which is quite common, then what Claimyr does is it texts you immediately following the call and asks you if you had success in connecting. If you did not have success, then it asks you if you would like to be connected again. Claimyr was created by its CEO, Thomas Max, and while he was collecting unemployment after his business went down during the pandemic. While he was trying to get through to the EDD to fix his payments, he grew extremely frustrated with the process.
Claimyr started when I was trying to solve my pending issues with this ID verification snafu back in July. I was basically in pending since March, and I called I think 500 times in a week, and I just was simply not able to get through. I think everybody's been in that position. So I threw together something called an API, which is a computer program that calls for me. And I don't know how to code, and it was my little side project to teach me how to code. I actually got a call back from EDD, which was a truly magical feeling. Then I took it to another community member in one of these Facebook groups, and then we had some back and forth direct messaging, and then she said, "Wow, this is unbelievable. How'd you do this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's just a side project." And then she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna Venmo you like $50." I was like, "No, we're not gonna take your money for this." And we didn't for like 6 or 7 months, basically until January. So, but every user, every person who talked to us, like, just really felt it was like very, like, it was amazing. So we felt like maybe, you know, if there's enough people out there that really need this, then maybe we can actually use this to, you know, help other people.
Now, you guys have had extremely strong opinions about this company one way or the other. For those of you that chose to pay into using this service and were able to use it to call into EDD, your feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. The video comments on my first video that I created testing this service show a vast number of you that chose to purchase this service, and your feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. For those of you that have concerns about using a service like this, I did delve fairly deeply into the questions that you guys have regarding, does it clog the phone lines, is it safe, and are they listening in on the call? Click the link in the video description down below to view that more in-depth video. Next is utilizing the 134 phone trick. This does not work all the time, and it's going to take repeated dialing and attempts in order to get it to go through. The phone number you're going to be calling for this specific trick is 1-833-978-2511.
Thank you for calling the Employment Development Department Unemployment Insurance Customer Service Center.
Gracias por llamar al Desempleo.
Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Benefit. We're here to help, and we've significantly ramped up our ability to handle California's unemployment insurance applications.
You guys, right here,
The following. If you have a claim,
type
or
in
need to file
134.
for it, please hold while your call is transferred. This call may be monitored for quality assurance. Your call is important to us. Your estimated wait time will be
21 minutes.
So I got through on the first try. The time right now is 4:14 p.m. So still works.
Are you calling to apply for pandemic
Scared me.
unemployment assistance?
No.
Pandemic unemployment assistance benefits.
Just want to dance to your music.
For unemployed
Put your music
as a
back on.
result of COVID-19.
And lastly are the 25 phone numbers that you can try in order to contact the EDD. In today's video, I want to share with you an ultimate compilation of all of the EDD phone numbers that I could find. Now, I am making no guarantees about these phone numbers. I am not guaranteeing that you will get through to them. I'm not guaranteeing that they won't be shut down. Now, there's no way that I could test all of these numbers for you, but I did want to compile them for you so that you have a list of official EDD phone numbers that you can try if you are desperate and wanting to try other options. So what I have for you today is a compilation of all of the EDD phone numbers that I could find. Now, first up, we have the traditional call center phone numbers. These two phone numbers route to the EDD General Customer Service line. Next are several different language options within the EDD customer service phone lines. These different lines are dedicated to these specific languages. So if you speak one of these languages, try to get through using one of these lines. Next, if you're trying to fix a technical issue with your UI Online account, then you can contact EDD Tech Services. This is a separate phone number from the customer service phone line. If you have issues with your UI Online account, your customer account number, you can't log in for some reason, then this would be the number that you call. Next is the ID department. This is a phone number that will get you specifically to the ID department of the EDD. So if you're having ID verification issues, then this is the number that you can try. Next are the EDD individual branch location phone numbers. These are phone numbers for the individual EDD offices throughout the state of California. Next is the EDD switchboard phone number. Now, there are several other EDD switchboard phone numbers, and I couldn't locate them. So if you have one, I want you to leave it in the video comments down below. These switchboards close off at 5 p.m. And lastly, I want to share with you something that hasn't worked for my team, but has worked for some of you in the comments. And it's contacting an American Job Center. The American Job Centers are affiliated with the Department of Labor and the EDD. Members have reported that when they call in to one of their job centers, that they're able to patch them through to an EDD hold line. I had my assistant test this out. Many of you see Kat in the comments. She spent several hours calling different job center locations, asking if they were able to patch her through to the EDD. And unfortunately, it was not a successful method for her to be able to connect to the EDD. But I did still want to share this method with you because there are such a vast number of these job centers, and some of my subscribers have reported success with this. And lastly, you can always also submit a UI Online message or an Ask EDD message. Submitting through both of these methods, in addition to contacting your assembly member, calling the EDD, trying the 25 phone numbers, or using Claimyr, is another way to kind of cover your bases. In most cases, the EDD takes too long to reply to these messages, or their replies are not helpful. But some claimants do have success, so it doesn't hurt to try those as well. Okay, you guys, I hope that was helpful. Please click like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. Oops. My car registration. It's late.